All right, folks, we are live on the live stream, and this one is going to be a treat. I've been looking forward to it all day and all week, and I had the best time planning out the thumbnail for this particular live stream because we're going to be featuring none other than the Candalorian herself, Suttons Daze. And in the last live stream we had this back in December, it went by so quickly, and there was a lot more that we could have talked about. And we got to get you back as soon as possible. So fortunately, Suttons Daze, aka the Candalorian, is back, and we're going to talk about all sorts of things. And make sure if you like this type of live stream, make sure you use the hashtag #GetPhilaDonkey. And without further ado, let's bring on Suttons Daze. And here we go with the hat, the best hat.
We're twins.
When you, for those of you, when we were setting up this live stream, I didn't know she was wearing this hat, and so I turned on the camera, and all of a sudden, I'm looking at my Bizarro tup, I guess.
Oh, that's great.
How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful, and yourself?
I'm doing really good. And, I can't get over it.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I think it's a good look. I think you should start using it more in videos. I think Now, I was telling you earlier that I'm always intimidated by having you on the live stream because you're the awesome engager in the live streams with everyone in the chat room. So I'm going to do my best right now to say hi to some folks.
Okay.
And I'm going to go Suttons Daze style on this one. So, Teresa, thank you. Eye Candy is here. Where's the rest? And we have Charlie. Welcome to the live stream. Let's see who else we have. Danielle. Welcome, Danielle. We have Libby. Hello to one. Hello to all. Candy. I didn't know we had a live stream tonight. Yeah, we do have a live stream tonight. Welcome to it. So this is Carla. Hello, Suttons Daze. Mandy made it with minutes to spare. You just made it in time, and this is going to be a fun one. Let's see. There's a lot of your folks are here Suttons Daze. So
yes, I see a lot of names.
They're doing the counting, mounting, prep work. Good to see you again. Who else do we have here? And then we'll get started on some stuff. We're already talking about the Tatler lids, which I've been seeing those in the store now too, which is cool.
Yes.
They're awesome. Got here just before. Yay! Awesome. There we go. Preparedness guys, let's ready to rock and roll. People are excited, so they either love the Mandalorian or they love canning or they love Suttons Daze. So they're and I was telling you a little earlier that right before this meeting, I was in a work meeting, and people are saying hi to us. Hey, Mandy. I was in a work meeting, and the guy after the meeting was like, "Hey, what's that on your shirt?" And I had to go, "Okay, well that's the Candalorian right here." And so we're repping the Candalorian t-shirt for this one. I've included a link to it in the chat room. You have to get the t-shirt because it's a great way of a conversation piece that at least for me, where people that like the Mandalorian, they like the shirt and maybe I should get into canning. And then next thing you know, we've got them into becoming preppers. So
that's it. Inch by inch, piece by piece.
Yeah. So, well, I was trying to figure out how to best start this, and this is always the awkward part, and then we'll figure out from there. But I know, let's see, let me make sure I'm sharing the right screen over here. It was recently Canuary, and that was a big event. I was hoping that you could talk a little bit to us about Canuary, and because I said offline, I want in on Canuary next year. So
next year you are in. I will save you a date or two. You choose.
Yeah. So let's talk about Canuary a little bit because I'm gearing for 2022 on the Canuaries.
Canuary is a month-long collaboration with a whole bunch of YouTubers bringing you a canning video every single day for the month in the month of January. We called it Canuary, and it really was a fantastic event. And let's see, we had steam canners, we had water bath canners, we had pressure canners, we had people that used the All-Americans, we had people that used Prestos, we had people that were brand new to canning, and we had people that have been doing it for decades. So you really got the range of experience there, and a chance to see how different people do it and how different people operate, and a whole bunch of really fun recipes. So it really was a fantastic month. And then we topped it off by giving away a 23-quart Presto pressure canner to somebody. So that was the thing, is they had to watch all the videos and comment on all of them, because we were going to randomly pick one of the days out of the month. And then from there, we would do the random comment picker and give away a canner. So we were actually successful in giving away a 23-quart Presto pressure canner.
That is awesome. And I was saying earlier that my coworker, he says he wants the shirt, but he doesn't want to fake it. So he wants to get it a canning now. I'm like, well, you could go, this is the all-American canner, but you can't go right off the bat with there. So you're going to have to go Presto first and see if you like it. But so I sent him links to both a Presto canner and to some what he needs for his supplies. And then
there you go.
He says he's going to order. He's going to try it out. He's going to try some hashtag ugly chicken. So
ugly chicken for the win. Yeah.
It's so funny. You've totally, since our last meeting, you've totally changed my grocery store routine, because now I'm immediately going to the meat aisle and I'm looking for yellow tag chicken because I'm doing some ugly chicken. So Could we talk about the background of ugly chicken, because it's a phrase that I'm constantly using. I know that you have some T-shirts on it, and I'm going to have to order.
We do have T-shirts on it.
Guys, if you want any of these shirts, by the way, here's an ugly chicken canner T-shirt. Let's talk about ugly chicken for those that
ugly chicken
are just tuning in. Yeah,
there are some beautiful, wonderful, sensitive people who think that canned chicken. Raw packed canned chicken is ugly. Okay. This is raw packed canned chicken. There you go.
Yeah.
And it kind of looks like a science experiment, right? So it didn't go wrong. It's exactly the way it's supposed to be. But some people, part of what they do is they eat with their eyes. Yeah. And to them, it's not appealing, and it's not supposed to be. If you were to open up a tin can of tuna and make that glass, or a tin can of chicken and make that glass, God forbid, spam and make that glass, it's going to be ugly too, but it's still going to taste really good. So I just started calling it ugly chicken. We're going to can up some ugly chicken because ugly chicken tastes so good and it's so versatile. And it has stuck and taken on a life of its own. I may have to patent it. I don't know. But ugly chicken. It is a staple in this house. We love it. Yes. Yeah,
I love that you've created a whole movement on ugly chicken, and now it's and when I show it to people, they comment. That's what they say. Man, this looks like some science experiment. My wife does not want to try it, but it's I'm trying to convince people into it. But now when I go to the grocery stores, I'm not looking for. I'm looking for the chicken that's about to go. It has a couple days left on the shelf, and then I'm buying it in bulk, and I could get it for a really good price. And then I go and have a little canning thing and drink a little glass of bourbon and have some fun for about 2 hours.
I mean, that's like the perfect day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, any chicken, any chicken, you can do thighs, you can do breasts, you can do any chicken at all, raw pack, and it will accomplish ugly chicken. And it is life-changing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's another. Let's see. I'm going to make sure I interact with the audience. Okay. Someone said there's a Phil sighting. I'm not sure.
There's a Phil sighting. Did Phil walk by?
Did we see that? Let's see.
I don't know. Or I know he's in the chat.
Okay, Phil's in the chat. Okay. Oh, there we go. Hugs, baby. Okay. I thought he was talking to me. I didn't know.
He was.
Okay.
He's confused us right now.
Yeah, he's a little confused by the hat. So.
Yeah.
Phil, that's
I'm
over
not,
there. That's her. Okay. Great. It's just it's trending all in this chat room over here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
What is your favorite thing to make with ugly chicken?
Well, right now I'm in the process of stockpiling, and I'm going to start cooking stuff. I don't want to use my. I'm kind of using my canned meat like ammo, where I'm very selective on what to use it, because I'm stocking up right now. What I'm trying to do is actually. My big thing for this year is I want to have a year's worth of spaghetti, not like a whole year, but I want to have 52 weeks of spaghetti ready to go. And so I've been cranking away at the ground beef. The ground beef I can't seem to find as it's. I don't know if there's ugly ground beef, but this is pretty ugly. Yours looks a lot nicer than mine.
Well, now the difference.
What did I do?
Okay, so the difference is the fat content.
Yeah.
And did you par cook it before you put it in the jars?
Yes.
Okay, so it's probably the fat content. So
Okay.
We get our beef from a local farm, so it's automatically very lean. Okay. So when
I did 80-20 on this one.
Yep. And that's to be expected. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong. The fat is where the flavor is,
Yep.
So we're doing, but so that's what it is mine is just really lean. I par cook it. And then put, because I do mass quantities at one time. So I'm cooking it, dumping it in a great big Tupperware bowl and going from there. And then I take that and put it over into the jars. So it's allowed to drain off a bunch of the fat. It's drained off from when I put it into the bowl, and then it's drained off even more when I move it from the bowl over to the jars. So,
Yeah.
but fat content like yours, that's not an issue. Truly, it's not an issue. Because yours looks good, so it's not a problem. The only thing that can happen sometimes is if you don't par cook it enough, if you don't cook it enough and get enough of it off, that it could siphon a little bit and cause issues with sealing. But most of the time, not a problem.
Someone prep for it saying that Tup is hoarding the ugly chicken. I am hoarding right now, so I'm in hoarding mode.
Yep.
We've actually been making chicken soup, and I wanted to use some of my ugly chicken to try it out, but then my family said they weren't going to eat the chicken soup, so I'm going to have to we have to get in a survival situation, I guess, maybe. But that's okay with me.
You have to trick them into it. Tell them all to go out, do something, and make something with it, and they won't even know.
Yeah, because and do you ever do hot pack chicken, or is it always ugly raw pack chicken?
I did some for the purpose of a video, and it's fine. It's just we really do prefer the ugly chicken. Number one, it's a lot faster for me to can up because you're not having to cook it and then put it in the jars, and it's good. There's no issue with it. It's still, a lot of people will say, they'll use it when you're making like a casserole where the chicken is visible, and it's not all shredded and whatnot that this is, but it still shreds up very easily. So, it's a matter of preference, really.
Now, for my spaghetti, I'm trying to reach my spaghetti goal by the end of Q1. That's my goal for it. So I have a few prepping goals this year. One of them is being better with cryptocurrency. The other is being better with pressure canning and ugly chicken. So it's like both sides of the spectrum over there.
You can do it.
When do you put the? I had a question for you. When do you put the salt in? Like, because I've been putting a teaspoon of salt in everything. Do you have a method for that, or do you not put it in?
No, I don't put it in. It's not part of the preservation process.
Okay.
It's not necessary. And so, I mentioned, our demographics earlier. I'm aging. So I don't add salt until or if I need it when I decide what I'm going to make with it. I don't add seasoning until I decide what I'm going to make with it. I have, roughly 100 jars of chicken on the shelf that I can do anything with, as opposed to having 20 that I have to make tacos with and 20 that I have to do this with. And, so I don't add anything like that because it's just not necessary.
So for the ugly, I just had a brief flash. Like 5 years ago, I never thought I'd be talking about ugly chicken and canning and all this kind of stuff. But I'm super interested in now. It's
an addiction. Yep.
It is. So you're using it on a daily, it sounds on a regular basis. It's a constant rotation of your food. Right now, I'm in the more of the beginner stages of pressure canning. What kind of cache or first? How many ugly chickens do I need in 1 liter? 1 pint jars. 1 pint jars before you think I could have a good steady flow where it could still be used for preparedness purposes in an emergency situation. I don't want to deplete my ugly chicken too quickly. Yes.
Okay, but right now you're at the stage where you have to find out whether or not your family will eat it.
Okay.
Okay.
There's someone saying the hashtag peer pressure canning. That's
no kidding.
Up. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Okay, there we
go. So I mean, I'm an avid believer that you need to use what you stock. So I would definitely slip it in now and again. Try it with different things. See how you like it. Because it really depends. I know what we eat, so I know how much I need to stock and I know how much I go through in a year now. And that's something that you'll build up to. You're not going to figure that out right off. Okay. It's just not going to put it up and you're good.
Okay. So, because for my 52, I'm trying to get 52 jars of this for preps purposes. Anything more, I feel I should rotate it. We eat spaghetti probably once a week at least. That's one of the things. But I know a lot of people they don't necessarily like the ground beef texture in the spaghetti. You think I could still sneak it in without them knowing, unless they're watching the live stream?
Unless they're watching the live stream. Okay. So especially with ground beef, when you're looking at ground beef, ground sausage, that kind of thing. Okay. A lot of people say it's like dog food. Well, it's meat. It's in a jar. Yeah. Okay. So, but when you pull it out of the jar, you have two options.
Yep.
If you're like us, we genuinely just don't care very much. If I'm putting it into goulash or if I'm putting it into spaghetti, I drain the liquid out of the jar and I dump the meat into whatever I'm making. Okay. If I'm making tacos, I dump it into a pan and I brown it up. That'll be a big difference right there.
Cool.
People will notice the difference. Because they know where it came from. Okay. If they don't know where it came from, dime to a dollar says they'll never know the difference. And then once you show it to them and go, I told you, then you've got a little ammunition to work with it. But if you're going to be eating it with something like tacos, where it's exposed and, there is a texture involved with it, then you definitely want to brown it up.
Okay, great.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because the problem I thought that I needed to add salt for all of these things because people said, well, it's part of the preserve. So it's not necessary then.
Not part of the preservation
because
process.
then I was putting the salt. At first I tried it at top, and then I had this big salt mound on the top, and it looked ugly. It made it even uglier. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do salt at the bottom, salt in the middle, salt as I'm using the funnel. You don't even mess with it.
Don't even mess with it. It's absolutely unnecessary. Salt your food when you go to cook or when you go to eat it.
All right, there we go. That's going to help out a lot for that. Make sure. Let me. People are talking about the Bitcoin and the ugly chicken. Hey, when SHTF, you will trade that Bitcoin for some ugly chicken. That's.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if when you go to Coinbase or whatever, if they're having, if you can get some ugly chicken coins. Let's see. Let's a lot. Let's see. A lot of comments. Everyone's telling me I need to do the enchiladas. I've been hearing that.
Oh yeah, the enchiladas are fantastic with this.
Yep.
Both with the beef and the chicken, they're absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I've been trying to cut back a little bit on the carbs, and so I haven't been making as many of like the tacos and right now because trying to get in my beach bod.
You look marvelous.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. One of the other things, I forget if we talked about this last time, but I'm half Puerto Rican, and so I've been trying to get a lot of these Puerto Rican dishes because almost every Puerto Rican dish has pork in it. And one of the problems when in my past prepping Puerto Rican dish recipes, stockpile, I was using Spam and using other pork things, and so now I'm switching it all out for pork.
Yes.
And that's my new thing for it. How do you ever get? Sometimes I can't tell the difference between the pork and the chicken without the label. Are the labels like key? Because right now my labeling is just dates.
That's some amazing pork. Because really,
the pork it was a little darker.
It should be darker, and it should the
sure this is the pork.
Should not be as gold. Yeah, I would definitely label. Okay.
Label what it is too.
Yeah. I'm very brief. I'm very brief.
Let's see the label. Okay, beef.
Beef, and then I've got, anybody that knows me knows I love mushrooms. I have a shroom dealer, so I can up quite a few pints of mushrooms every single year. And for that, I just put the year. This is an 18. So it depends, you need to be able to read your shorthand, but you want at least put a P on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that way,
So you people are talking about my low carb diet. There's Denise Cliff, no carb diet, just to open the jar and go to town. Yeah. So this is keto friendly then. All of these things over here. This is all keto.
It's absolutely yep.
Yeah. So my goal is Alaskan. I was talking to Alaskan prepper, and he's also he likes kind of the Puerto Rican, Dominican style food. Yep. And so he has a certain stash of gandules, which I also have. And so we're kind of talking about Puerto Rican recipes. So I'm trying to get a year's worth or 52 weeks of spaghetti with ground beef, and then 52 weeks of arroz con pollo arroz con gandules with the pork in it. I don't know.
Is that pork?
I thought I grabbed the pork, but you think it might be a chicken?
Yeah, I think it's chicken.
I forgot. I have it. I need to get better on my labeling. So I think that might have been the problem because I went down there and grabbed it out of my pork aisle, but it's not. Maybe it's not.
I don't know.
You have some suspicions on it then? No,
I just think it looks.
Because this is definitely my chicken. I'm pretty sure that was my pork stash, but I'm gonna have to double check that when we get back. So. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you find a sale on pork butts you can normally find for a fairly decent price. at least a couple times a year. You carve those up. Those have, because of the fat content in them, they have the most amazing flavor when you can them, and they're moist and they're nice. Pork loins, because there's not as much fat, will tend to be drier, and once you can them up. But pork butt, good stuff.
So yeah, because I used the pork chops in the one order that I did, and I cube them up so it's just like how it is in the rice dish that I make. So I thought I made smaller cuts for that one, but
well, and if you're cutting them up, if you're cubing them up, okay, then you want to do not ugly. Okay. You want to, you bake them in the oven, cut them into the proper pieces, put them in the jar, add broth, and then can them.
So ugly chicken isn't just cheap chicken that's canned. It's also the style of cutting too. Then it sounds like.
Well, there's raw pack and there's hot pack. So ugly chicken is raw pack.
Yeah.
Okay. So cut it up.
But I cut up my raw pack like how I would if I were to cook it too, though. Like, is that not the right ugly chicken protocol?
I guess it's a matter of preference.
Okay.
Because it's not going to look like it when it comes out. So to me, but where if you do hot pack, it is going to retain that shape, unlike the ugly chicken, is going to retain that shape because you've cooked it ahead of time, placed it in liquid, and then canned it.
Okay, love it. Yeah, I'm getting better and better already. So again, if you're just tuning into this live stream, we have Suttons Daze on right now, and you can see she has an awesome hat on, and I have an awesome shirt, and it's the Candalorian shirt, which you should pick up. There we go. So it's the new hot shirt in town right now, and I get rave compliments about it everywhere I go because it's people like the Mandalorian, and you said that you haven't even watched the Mandalorian, but
I haven't.
But when I talk to people, they like, oh, I love the Mandalorian. What is that? Oh, it's the Candalorian. What's the Candalorian? I'm like, well, I'm getting into pressure canning right now, and well, maybe I should get into pressure canning because I like the Mandalorian.
Everyone should be more prepared.
I think that Baby Yoda would like the pressure canning too. So, and someone's already teasing me about not labeling my jars. Yeah. So.
Yep. Mystery dinners are not good.
Yeah. Right now, I've been putting it on certain shelves, and I need to because I don't know how I want to label it yet. So, but I guess I just need to do this.
Monique
keep it simple. Where's Monique at?
Monique asked if she discovered pork from 2018. Is it still good to go? Monique, if it's sealed, you're good. As long as the seal is good, you're good.
Good. Okay.
So not a problem there.
Awesome. Hashtag label it. There we go. I saw a couple questions coming in there. So yeah, I was debating on doing the pork butt is okay to do because that's like it's a lot more inexpensive for me to get that than the fancy.
Oh yeah, pork butt is fantastic canned. Absolutely fantastic.
Okay, Cliff, you should not be drinking so much when you are. Okay, I'll try to cut back a little bit on it.
Dangerous, yes.
Yes, it's a little dangerous, and it looks like she's also doing an Excel spreadsheet to label jars. Just cut and tape on. I'm gonna have to have some kind of color coding system or something for it.
Oh, you absolutely have to have. You know what? We have a member in our Facebook group. We have a very active, wonderful Facebook group, awesome. And it's a gentleman from the UK. And he labels his jars, those colored dots that you can get.
I was thinking like something like that.
So every year is a different color.
Oh.
And visibly what color it is, what year it was made and how to go through them. So I'm awesome. Like, that is a really good idea and very visibly friendly. So.
Oh man, will he mind if I steal that idea and start doing that online?
I don't think so.
Is it copywritten? That idea?
I don't think so. No, okay. I don't. I think David he'll be very happy.
His name's David. Okay, David. Awesome. If in the future if you see some colors on my lids, then that's a shout out to David. This is
there you go.
Tanya. Hello, I'm new to canning and I have never canned meat and I'm really scared. How can I get over that?
Do it.
Just do it.
Okay, now I'm old. But do you remember those old Nestea commercials? You're not that old. There's those Nestea commercials back in the day, and it was one of those, take the Nestea plunge, and they would fall back into the pool or the lake or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that is literally to this day the only way that I can get into the water. I can't walk into a body of water because that hurts. It's painful. It's shock. But I can jump right into it and then poof, I'm ready to go. So seriously, you know what? You have to have the right tools, number one. Okay. So have your pressure canner, have your jars, have your lids, have your jar grabber, have all that stuff that you need. It's really, really simple. And then get this book or go to the National Center for Home Food Preservation. And it's on the website. It's free. The book is under $10. I think it's under $9. This right here should be your canning Bible. Okay. You can figure out how to can everything via this book, and it gives you the safe methods. So once you have that knowledge, just do it. I mean, start off with a small batch. Start off with, 4 jars of chicken and 4 jars of water. You'll have a full canner. You're good. And give it a try and see how you like it. If you have never tried it, don't can up 50 pounds of ugly chicken, because you don't know if you like it. So you want to can up a small batch, see if you like it. You're going to be successful. Once you do it, it's a whole new world. It really is. It's a whole new world opened up, and it pulls you right in.
Awesome. Let's see. This is from Dawn. I was afraid I would blow up my kitchen or poison my family. A year later, YouTube algorithms, we're just reading something, so don't take us down. Okay. I was afraid I was going to blow up my kitchen or poison my family. A year later, no failures and no sickness. The kitchen is still one piece.
And I say it in my videos. I say it in my live chats when I'm talking with people. Seriously, you have a higher chance of getting into a car accident than you do either one of those. You are not going to blow up your kitchen. Canners nowadays have fail safes on them, okay, so that you're not going to do that. Poisoning your family. Now, if you follow the approved methods, then you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. Don't go getting all rebel and crazy when you're just learning how to do it. Make sure you're canning an approved method, and that'll make all the difference in the world.
Awesome. Let's see. We have Amy Fresh came. Amy Fresh always has good questions. Hi, everyone. I'm a bit late, so I apologize if this has already been answered. For each of you, has there been anything you have been afraid to can for the first time? Now, I know I'll go first because I know that everyone's got me really scared about canning tomatoes. That you can't mess around with some tomatoes. Should I be scared of that or not? Not as much.
No.
Okay. We made a whole bunch of tomato salsa over the summer, which was really fun, and we used the pressure canner for it. And I think we did good, and it tastes good. So, but everyone said, "Oh, well, tomatoes that's where you're going to have the botulism at us with the tomatoes." So,
no,
it's not true.
No,
it's conspiracy theory. Then okay,
it is. Everybody likes to fearmonger this kind of stuff. Oh, you're going to poison your family. Oh, this can go wrong, and that can go wrong, and I can walk out my front door tomorrow and get hit by a tree. Do it right, follow an approved method, follow guidelines by somebody or something that you trust, and you'll be fine. If you're following an approved method for canning tomatoes, you're in more danger walking barefoot out your door than you are eating those tomatoes. So we need to put it into perspective, and people are just trying to find a way to be afraid.
Okay. Is there anything that you're scared to can?
No.
Nothing. Okay. Can you can like shrimp or anything like that?
No. Okay. It takes less than 10 minutes to cook a shrimp, know. If you put shrimp into a jar, you are going to annihilate it.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's a matter of preference. There are guidelines out there. I think the University of Georgia has some guidelines on canning seafood. Not everything belongs in a jar, and shrimp is definitely one of those things. There are other people that say, "Oh yeah, it's great." No, it's overcooked shrimp, and we love shrimp. I mean, Phil and I will sit down and make shrimp cocktail at dinner. That's all we'll eat. So we really love shrimp, but to can it, you would just be annihilating that poor shrimp. Overcooked shrimp is awful.
Not cool. Has there been any more Phil sightings? I haven't seen any for a little bit.
He's sitting down being good. I don't know if he's chatting in here or not, but
okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll keep an eye on the chat room for it. I'm trying a lot of pressure with you because I know that you're so good at the chat room.
No, you're fine.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Are we in?
Whoa.
Oh, there we go. Phil sightings. Okay. That was awesome.
Okay.
Caitlin,
my
mystery
God.
meat. Yeah, that's right. That mystery meat.
Daniel Hobbs. Shrimp turns into paste. Exactly.
Yeah, they're telling me the labeling. Okay, Grogu would. If for those not familiar with the Mandalorian, Grogu is Baby Yoda. Spoiler alert! And Grogu would love canned meat because Grogu eats all sorts of stuff. So, not labeling your jars, like not labeling your freezer meat. Yeah, I need to get better. I've had my row strategy because I don't know what to do, but now I know the colored stickers is probably going to be what I'm going to do. I love it. Have you tried rabbit?
Rabbit is chicken.
Yeah.
It's fuzzy chicken. I don't care what anybody says. It has the same texture. It has the same taste. It literally does taste just like chicken. So you could do that the same way that you do chicken.
Awesome. Let's see. You need to watch some of it. Yeah, I do watch the videos. What do you mean? That's why I wanted to talk with her.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Let's see. It sounds like a tough idea. Blah, blah, blah. What's the pressure canner for a beginner to use? That was the question that my coworker had, who was unfamiliar with it, and I think I recommended the Presto. Is that the right?
There's no quote right answer, but if you're not sure that it's something that you're going to be committed to, why spend $300 on a canner? A Presto pressure canner is affordable and it is a workhorse. I've got quite a few of them that I beat to death on a regular basis. So if you're looking for a good workhorse, then the Presto canner is fantastic. I always recommend a 23 quart because you can double stack pints in there. You'll need an extra rack. But if you want to start into this working with the Cadillac of canners, then definitely invest in an All-American. They do operate a little bit differently, but they do the same thing. So
the chat room is just exploding with the Phil cameo.
Yeah, every time you walk behind me on Monday Night Live or anyplace else, it's Phil sighting, Phil sighting, Phil sighting.
Monday Night Live is. How long have you been doing that for now? It's been a few years straight, like
many years. Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Yeah. I love it. My daughter sometimes does cameo, so I don't know where she's watching TV right now, but you never know when she's going to come and yeah, Danielle was saying ship turns into paste, but yeah, she comes in all the time. Suttons Daze. This is the way. I completely agree. Everything she says. There we go. I know that. Let's see, really quick shout out. If you're just tuning in now, oops, God, did I lose you? There we go. If you're just tuning in now, make sure you subscribe to Suttons Daze channel to learn about all sorts of things. I'm trying to get in on the Candalorian train 2022. I was on the September Preparedness Month train last year. I'm hoping to do that again. It would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll be doing that again.
So we've been talking a lot about, on your on the banner, we talked mostly about basically canning and like food preservation, that kind of stuff. I thought it'd be fun to talk about. We haven't talked about just general prepping stuff.
Okay.
Maybe we should go. And by the way, if you're just tuning in now, make sure you pick up the Candalorian T-shirt. In addition to all the shirts are really good, but I have 2 of these right now, and they're awesome. And I get rave reviews, and I've been buying them as gifts for people. But I think I'm going to get the ugly chicken one next. That's my next one.
That will be a conversation starter. That one right there. Yep.
So you mentioned that so you might be going back to work soon.
Yeah.
Are you going to be? You have a new EDC to show off at work?
I do actually. I have a new EDC to show off at work. I don't show it off. It's just yeah. But I actually do have a new EDC for work, and I got a new bag. Phil, for fun, sells my cars. Okay, and then replaces them with other cars. So he recently sold the car that I was driving and replaced it with a pickup truck. And so my normal get home bag won't fit in the pickup truck. So I should be coming out next week with a video on my new and improved get home bag for my pickup truck. My everyday carry. Let's see. I'm dangerous.
I'm going to put up the banner that says EDC check here.
EDC there we go. Check. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
I have gum. Okay. Because that's very important. I have my mace.
Nice.
I have my little mace thing. I have my pocket knife. Where am I? I have my pocket knife. I have quite a few of those.
Nice.
Don't tell anybody. I'm a bit of a knife hoarder. Where's I might have my Leatherman tool in the car.
Now, was that a Spyderco knife? Is that I couldn't tell the.
You know what? I swear to you, I got this at a garage sale for 50
Okay.
cents.
Nice. It's rated it.
I think it just says stainless. It's very, very light. And I think the guy was a fisherman.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had those. But most of the stuff I keep in the console in my truck. I'm looking at this, and this is kind of sad, actually. I think the other stuff's in my truck that I just carry, with the truck. But always have my knife, always have my mace, normally have my Leatherman tool. So I'm thinking that's in the truck right now.
Yeah, one of the things I've been trying to refine, because I think now everyone, maybe people will start going to work sometime eventually, hopefully. And a lot of preppers, we have our get home bags in the back of the vehicle. But if you have an open back to your vehicle, a problem that I've had in the past, I was curious on your thoughts, is that it's prone to people that want to break in your car to steal a backpack in the back.
Right.
In the past, I've tried disguising it in a kid's backpack because I thought they wouldn't steal it, and then I had someone steal a kid's backpack. So
seriously.
So I have a new strategy. I was going to do a video of it, but I was curious. Do you have a trunk, or is it out in the open, or how do you best hide that? Because they're valuable.
Right. No, it is. It definitely is. Okay, so wait, I got wheels. Okay, so when it was in the car, it was just in the back seat. Or I had what kind of car did I have, Phil? I don't pay attention. Huh? Equinox. With me, a car, my goal is you put the key in it, it starts, and I go. Equinox. So it had the hatch, in the back, and it had that shelf that came out. So I could actually disguise it under that. Nobody would see it. So that was fine. With the truck, it's a 2-seater truck. There's no passenger stuff in the back. And the bed of the truck is open at the moment and probably will stay that way. But so I was like, okay, my bag won't fit in this truck without being extremely visible. And while I don't drive, most of the time I'm in my truck by myself. When we go anywhere, we normally take Phil's truck, but I still didn't want it just sitting on the passenger seat or on the passenger floor. So I actually picked up.
Say, come, mommy, please.
Yes. Who's here?
Sorry. She made it.
Hello.
You want to say hi? This is on stage.
Hi.
Hi there. How are you today?
Good.
Good. You hear my dogs?
Do you hear the doggies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those are nice. You like her hat?
Who do I look
Look at
like?
that hat.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Whose hat does that look like?
Like your hat, Daddy.
Looks like Daddy's hat.
Yeah.
Okay, well, cool. Well, Dad is gonna be talking a little bit more to you.
Can you text Mommy's phone number if I can?
Yeah, I'll text Mom in a second.
No,
Yeah, that's the microphone. Okay,
that's-
so sorry.
no. Call Mommy's phone number before I can call her, please.
I'll call Mom in a second. Okay.
Now.
Okay, in a little bit.
No.
Why don't you say hi to people, and then I'll come back down in a little bit. Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Please. No, Daddy.
Sorry, sorry, folks.
You're fine.
She's taking my phone.
Text Mommy phone number.
One second, everyone. I have to have her call my wife.
Well, so I picked up this bag to hang over.
Yeah, I'll put you on main screen.
Yep. And it's actually, it's technically for office stuff, to carry your office with you. But I think it will make the perfect get home bag to carry all kinds of emergency supplies with it. So I'm just starting to pack that up now. I will have a video on that later this week. But it just hangs over the back. You just hang this over the headrest. And it's thin enough, even when I have my stuff in it, that it will fit behind the seat in the truck. So I already put my radio in it. I'm a little fond of these radios. I love these radios.
Is it a hand crank one?
This is a hand crank one.
Yeah.
And so it's a hand crank. It's solar. It comes with a USB cord, but it's radio, AM, FM, NOAA, flashlight, and it'll charge your phone.
Awesome.
And yeah,
I've always had problems with the phone charging part of it because it's I don't know, it's hard. I find it hard to get a good charge on your phone with.
I think it's pretty much kind of an emergency thing, but I'm amazed at how long the flashlight lasts on this.
Yeah. Flashlight's impressive on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see. So okay, so Little Miss Prepper is talking to Mom now, so we got that taken care of.
It's good. Phil, can you get Coco?
Yeah. So someone was talking about the serrated. Were you looking originally for a serrated knife? Because you don't really see that as often. That's from Mandy.
Was I looking for a serrated knife?
Yeah. Is that your preferred knife of choice, or is that's
the one that happened to be there at the moment?
Okay.
I've heard you talking about your knife collection, and yeah, it's ridiculous. I think I inherited this from my mother, because she always had some kind of pocket knife, multiple ones, and now Phil actually has my mother's pocket knife. But we've just always got them because they come in handy, and when I find that, like at a garage sale, that works really good because I don't feel bad if I lose it, number one, because it costs so little. But we normally pick up as many as we can because we've got them in the chicken coop, we've got them out in the barn, we've got them out in the garage, we've got them in the car, we've got them in my bag. They're everywhere because we always need them for everything. So they're just a regular thing that I have on me.
Yeah, I'm not much of. I mean, I have a decent amount of knives compared to the average Joe, but compared to a lot of preppers, they're really into their knives, and they have it color coordinated and cataloged and all sorts of stuff like that. Someone say, I love these streams. Yeah, I love these streams too. They're fun. It's a fun way of being able to interact with everyone. It's because this is for YouTube and just online. I love the community aspect of prepping because I can't talk to people in my day-to-day lives about this.
I know.
I can't talk to someone like Suttons Daze about the specifics of when to put the salt in or when not to. It's like they don't care about that kind of stuff. So
no, they don't.
Someone's asking what the bag is called.
Honestly, check back
in.
Yeah, check back next week. I'll have I don't remember what it's called. I just remember looking for a bag that would work for my truck, my situation, and that fit the bill. So
yeah. Sweet. And I think I was someone, we need a canning PDF. Yeah, that'd be a great. If I try to do a PDF, I'm going to talk to the masters to figure out if it's approved or not. But for my get home bag in the vehicle, I'm redesigning it right now. But I'm worried about someone taking it because it's valuable. And so my new thing is I'm toying with the idea of storing it in a used 5-gallon paint jug with a roller that's like next to it, so it looks like a big heavy paint jug with a roller, like I'm painting. Is that? Would anyone steal that, or do you think they'd still steal it?
I think that thieves have no.
They don't no shame.
No shame. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had friends that they had a Snickers bar in their car and
somebody stole it.
Someone stole it, broke the window and stole the Snickers bar, and he's like, dude. So yeah, that's because in our vehicles it's open back at their SUVs, and like I have a Honda Element, and so that's been the real difficult part about it. And I've been trying to do I want to have it on some wired mesh that's holding it into place that's locked? I feel like they're still going to get it, or do I have it disguised as something? So
well, I mean, if you have, are you talking like that hammock kind of thing, the mesh?
Well, I'm thinking not a hammock, but something that's specifically designed so people can't take something. So like more of a like a metal mesh that clips to certain things, so they can't. They just can't rip it, or
you're right.
They have to have like a bolt cutter type thing or something.
I'm big on disguising. When it was visible, I would normally throw a coat or a blanket or something over it so that people couldn't see it. But most of the time, I try to find a way to make it not quite as visible.
Yeah. Amy Fresh says, smash that like button. Yeah, please smash the like button. Please subscribe to Suttons Daze. The link is in the description box. And if you're just tuning in, if you're watching the rerun, we hope that you do that too. So let me make sure I keep up to date with the chat room. Great community. Let's see. I need to. Man, these go by so fast, and I don't know how you do it. I watch and marvel as you navigate through. You have these dialogues and talking with everyone as if they're in the same room with you.
Alaska Prepper was like, he taught me how to slow down my chat, but he doesn't use live stream or StreamYard.
Yeah.
So I tried it that way for a little bit, and it made it a little bit easier. But
yeah, it's I have like a couple second delay on it, but it's still I'm not that good. I'm trying to get better. Let's see. Put it in a plastic tub and label it as something no one would. I've heard that other people, they just have that stolen too. I have moving blankets. The one that I saw that was the best approach, but I don't know. Do you remember Analytical Survival? He used to post videos a long time ago, and he like he raised the back where you normally store your spare tire. He elevated that a little bit and made a secret compartment, and then everything was, he still had the tire in there, but also had additional preps in there. This is like probably 10 years ago. That's what I think is the only way to really do it. So people are giving all sorts of ideas. They'll put it in something ugly. I'll put it in an ugly chicken with a bunch of ugly chicken. Maybe they won't take it. They're saying diaper bag is a good disguise. Backseat used diaper bin.
In the heat of summer, that'll keep them out of the car.
They'll love it. Would one of Nate's bug out rolls fit under the truck seat? Maybe unfolded and flat. Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Those are fancy. I wouldn't want to lose that though. I have one actually right over there. So, okay. Need to find a way to have the get home bag locked down, like with the laptop cable. Yeah. So, but the problem is they can't cut the cable, but they cut the strap that it's cut to. That's what.
If they're determined, they're going to get it.
Yeah. So they just can't know that it's there. Anyway, I've been chewing on this idea for a while, and I needed to talk to someone about it, and I can't talk to my coworkers, and I can't talk to local, so I had to talk to. So I'm talking to you. So.
I'm here for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Just subscribe to Suttons Daze. I know that I missed a couple. Also about 500 compressed photo wipes. My husband thought I was nuts. Yeah, people thought I was nuts when I stocked up on a year's supply of toilet paper. Actually, a lot of the things I've done, and now they're like, "Oh, that was so smart that you did that," but they were teasing me back when I did it.
They used to tease me. I used to talk about it a little bit at work, just a little. And then I want to say mid-February last year, I pulled all of my staff together and I said, I am telling you this, and I'm just going to say it once. You need to go. It's payday. You need to go. And if you do not have a month's worth of food in your house, you need to go shop and get a month's worth of food in your house. You need to take a look at this, and it needs to happen. And, I was expecting to not, have any kind of response to that at all, but they did. They went out.
They did it?
And stuff. Yeah. And so I had, one woman was panicked because her kids live downstate, a much more urban area. And she's like, what do I do about my kids? And I'm like, I don't understand. She goes, they never have more than 3 days worth of food in their house. I said, you call her and you have a heart to heart with her, and it's not like it's going to go bad. They'll eat it. They just need to do it now. Yeah. And so they've gotten to the point now. I have received the most amazing emails and messages from people over the course of this last year that they learned how to prepare by the different discussions that we had and chats that we had in the Facebook group and videos that I put out. And I had a good friend of mine, a very good friend of mine. She's like a soul sister. And I talked to her and I said, we need to get you so that you've got some food prepared. We need to make sure that you've got at least a month's worth of food in your house. And so we kind of kicked it back and forth a little bit. And she messaged me the other day, brought a tear to the eye. She goes, I cannot thank you enough for getting me doing this, because you have made it so that I don't have to leave my house. She's in Tennessee with all this ice and snow and all.
Yeah,
and they're not used to it. They don't have the equipment to deal with it. They don't have, any, just like Texas. And she's like, because you talked me into doing this, she goes, we have not had to leave. And I'm like, awesome. That's what it's for. That's why we do this, because life is going to throw stuff at you no matter where you are or what's going on. So just get in front of it a little bit and make sure you've got yourself taken care of.
I love it. That's an awesome story. Those are the things that keep me going too, because I get emails from people. It's more not as much on the food preservation, but they do or food storage, but it's more on like kits and like emergency kits and first aid and stuff. And I just wanted to thank. I was in such and such happened at some natural, usually some kind of natural disaster. It wasn't zombies or anything. It was something that could happen anywhere, like the stuff that's going on in this, Texas, like you mentioned. Exactly. And I was able to provide aid to my neighbors, and it was really, and I just want, and it's like, and that's the stuff that really keeps me wanting to keep going and to keep evangelizing preparedness to as many people as I can. So
it's not about it's not about the end of the world. It's not about zombies. It's not about Bigfoot. It's about getting through the stuff that just life throws at you no matter what. And I think that's where this past year has really put more of a focus on it, is that Hey, you know, I have always joked about having a year's worth of toilet paper.
Yep.
I was single living in a 600 square foot apartment, and I had more than a year's worth of toilet paper because I don't like running out of stuff when I need it, you know?
Yeah.
So it wasn't so much the preparedness mentality, it was the convenience mentality, you know? And now it's definitely a preparedness mentality, and those compressed toilet paper things are fantastic.
They are awesome.
You know, it's just a good thing to have just in case. If you
Yep.
never use them, you haven't lost a whole lot, but you're going to end up using them at some point or another.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier about backstage when we're in wardrobe and makeup and everything. We were talking about how it's kind of crazy how prepping is like a bridge with a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds, on how on my channel, for example, you know, I don't talk about politics, I don't talk about religion or anything. And so we have people in the chat rooms, oftentimes, and in the comment section, where we have from various religious backgrounds. I have Catholics and Muslims and Satanists and all sorts of people, and
Right.
even with political, like people on the left aisle, the right, centrist, what doesn't matter. But we could all talk about prepping, and it's a bridge with all of us, and I think
Absolutely.
it's really cool.
Absolutely. We all need to be able to take care of ourselves and potentially some other people. So
Yeah.
it's really a good thing. I don't care who you voted for.
Yep.
I don't care who you pray to, or if you do. I don't care what you do for a living. Do you have enough toilet paper? That's what I care about. Do you
Yeah.
have enough chicken? Do you know, you feed your family?
And you know, Texas snowstorms don't care about any of that stuff either. So it's going to hit everyone. Yeah, I totally agree, and we have a common mission statement for this kind of thing. So
Yes.
it's all about the prepping. So that was cool. I'm glad we got to talk about that too, because we talked previously a little bit about it, but that's definitely what it's all about. So this is from Amy Fresh. Always has good questions. What has been your biggest SHTF moment where preparedness has saved you?
Saved me. You know,
I've heard it's come in handy. Saved me.
Come in handy. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't go with saved either. It's, you know, it's come in handy. It's been an affirmation to the work that I've done. You know, this past year. I mean, just this past year alone has been an affirmation to what I do. Yeah, I don't think it's ever, quote, saved me yet. Let's hope it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, for me, most of the things are like EDC. It's little inconveniences, but it's nice being ready for that. I use more of my EDC stuff than I use my bug out or bug in type stuff.
Yep.
You know, when you have when the power goes out for a little bit, we've had like, you know, the generators or like the energy power bank to power the fish tank. It wasn't a big thing. Like we didn't lose power for a week or anything, but for a couple hours. And the fish are very important to my wife, especially. So so it's kind of hard because in a real emergency, the fish would be stacked ranked lower than the freezer, for example. But my wife and I, we had to figure out a system where we could get all of that. We have like generators and stuff, but cool.
Good. You start finding it all.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch. I'm backlogged on the chat again.
Phil says I saved him with medical supplies.
Good.
For anybody that has been with us long enough, the first time I did 30 days of preparedness, dead in the middle of that 30 days, my wonderful husband, who I love more than anything in the world, decided to take off his thumb in a log splitter. And so we were doing multiple trips to hospitals, and we were doing weekly trips back to the doctors, and there were a lot of issues and a lot of problems. And so we have literally a dresser now as our medical kit, because I learned a lot. I learned a lot with it. When the nurse in the emergency room gets panicked and says, "Please don't steal this," when I ask her about tools, you know that I'm really digging in there. But it was an accident, and he took off this part of his thumb, in a log splitter. And so our local hospital, we're very rural, and that's very apparent with the local hospital. So when they unbandaged his very good bandage, and he started bleeding all over the place, and then told us, "Oh yeah, we're going to send you 2 hours away, and yes, you have to drive him." We had to go downstate, and then we had to go through surgery to have them close it up, and it was a heck of a time. But he ended up, kind of shortening the story, he ended up having to have his thumb sewn into his chest in order for it to heal. Yeah, I mean, literally, he walked around like this. Because that part was gone, there was not enough tissue for it to heal and cover. So they had to cut his chest, insert it into his chest, and for 2 weeks he had his thumb attached to his chest. And with all
that helps it recover.
It does, because it gives it the blood flow to build up. It's creepy, and I mean, if you kind of Google this stuff or look it up online, there are people who have had it sewn into their stomachs and different things. But he thought it best to sew it into his chest, and so I mean, this was an ongoing thing for months and months and months. So we learned how to have a very good emergency medical kit. There's a lot that we can do now, because of this. So it's, you just learn how to do. Sometimes you learn on the fly, and you're given no choice. And that is typically when you will learn your biggest lessons. Yeah.
Wow. That's an amazing story. I had no idea about that your body could help regenerate or defense this kind of. That's pretty amazing. I'm kind of scared to Google it, but I guess I should. So, and it sounds like, going back to the original part, Phil was saying that you helped save with the medical stuff that you had there too. So.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's Amy Fresh. That's the answer to it. So for the original question, I'm backlogged again on the chats. I'm going to try to get through them. We're at the hour mark too, so it's been flying by. Okay, Alfie. Some preppers acting like it's cool. It's just a cool guy gear. Yes, prepping is a way of life. That's exactly true.
Yes.
Man. It just StreamYard sometimes it just hits me with a whole bunch of comments.
I know it does. Yeah, it has.
Do you use StreamYard on yours?
I was for a while, and then we were trying to figure out what some issues were, and I went over and started doing it the way that AP does it.
Yeah.
And then the app, because how he does it, I have to use my phone as a camera.
Yeah.
And the app started crashing last week, so I'm going back to StreamYard on Monday. This coming Monday.
Okay, cool. So back
on you
Monday
more, Elizabeth. Okay.
Elizabeth is awesome. So I love talking with her. Elizabeth, when you have to start your YouTube channel, I've been trying to peer pressure her. So because she's really awesome.
Do it.
Charlie says you saved Sexy Phil. I respect and thank you for all about prepping discussions only. Yes, that's the bridge for everyone. So
seriously, yeah.
And we really need that nowadays because everything, you can't get away from all the other stuff that divides everyone.
And you kind of have to help validate people. I detest, and I was really cranky a year ago about this term, and I'm not as cranky anymore. I just kind of shake my head and walk away. Yeah. But I don't, I just don't. Sven is here. It is 3 a.m. in Norway.
He says 4 a.m. I have to go. Bye.
He has to go. Yeah.
Sven, welcome. Sorry, I just got it.
Yeah. People are like, "Oh, you're hoarding. No, there's a distinct difference."
Okay. Was that a pet peeve for you too? Because it drove me bonkers.
I hate that. I am not a hoarder. I have taken many years to figure out a system to prepare so that my family does not have any issues during an emergency, so that we have heat, so that we have food, so that we have medical, so that we have basic supplies that everybody needs. And that is not hoarding. Yeah. Running out last minute and buying 15 cases of toilet paper along with the other people that are out there buying 15 cases of toilet paper, you may have something there, but a prepper is not a hoarder. And that just irritates me.
Yeah, that was, man, I'm glad that it triggered me because it was, you're hoarding masks or you're hoarding this. And they don't say that about, like, if you have saving money in your bank account, right. You're hoarding your money.
Yeah.
Give the money to me. It's like, what? The preppers weren't the one that were panic buying. For us, it was a trial run to see how our prep stashes were doing. And we make some minor adjustments to it, but.
Oh, definitely. I mean, did you learn stuff when this hit?
Totally. Yeah. You learned where your deficiencies are, where you were pretty good at.
Exactly.
I thought and part of me was a little jaded about it because I got ridiculed and teased about having a pandemic preparedness kit years ago. And fear mongering or what all this stuff. And I was buying masks. And then they were like, oh, well, you're mask hoarding. I'm like, no, I bought masks for my family to protect them for something exactly like this. And yeah, and I still gave away masks to people, close.
Oh, exactly. Right.
But if I gave it all away, then I wouldn't protect my family. And then that's the whole point anyways, to protect.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm here to protect myself and Phil and the grandkids and the kids, and those are my main focus. So if there's anything after and beyond that, I'll happily help somebody else. But
oh man, I'm glad that that I wasn't alone on that, because
no, not alone at all.
Yeah. I'm about what people are talking about hoarding, just protecting our butt from rashes. Yeah.
There you go.
I never knew because I was good on the toilet paper, but I still was like, well, I have a year's supply of toilet paper. What if this goes on for longer? So then I started getting in the whole bidet game and been up in my bidet skills.
I love that it turns itself on sometimes. That just
that's that's the best part about it, because we have company that comes over, and I think people I hear screaming in the bathroom because it's
kidding me,
because it's not next to a hot water line, and so it's super cold water, and and it has perfect aim too. So, but yes, we're pretty good at it. Do you see any chats that I need to get to?
Alfie 79D said the ammo rush surprised me. Where were they after? Well, where were they after Sandy Hook? Yeah, the ammo rush has been. I mean, it comes and goes.
Yeah,
but this one has really stuck, and
yeah, it really has.
It's stuck hard. I mean, when you're averaging $1 a round, and you can't find it most of the time. So
yeah, I mean and I know like local rifle ranges that have been around for 100 years.
Right.
People they're being very selective on using stuff, and so it's definitely been a long one. So it's kind of scary. The one I'm still a little kind of mad. I don't know if anyone else is mad about it, but I'm mad that we don't have an N95 mask like from 3M that are readily available for everyone.
I know.
It seems like everyone else caught up. The hand sanitizer companies caught up. We caught up on the toilet paper, caught up on all the food. N95, 3M is an American company, and I would think that at some point they would catch up. And I know that they have to have some allocated to first responders and medical people.
Right. Yeah.
But it's like, okay, it's been a year. Let's get everyone set up with some N95s.
But I mean, we're still running into the same thing with canning supplies.
Yeah, that's I've been having a heck of a time. But
I receive requests because I used to have places that I could promote where you could buy them in bulk. I have been advocating to buy in bulk forever. And they're not there anymore, and so I'm getting emails and messages on a regular basis saying, do you have a supplier yet? Do you have a supplier yet? No, and I'm probably not going until probably well into summer. I mean, it's just they're not going to be available until definitely April or May. Yeah. So, do what you can, catch what you can. I was out, we went to Walmart, and I think that's the third time in 365 days I've walked into the store. Okay. But we went in to get some things. I'm like, you know what? I just want to go down the canning aisle. I want to see what's there. And our Walmart, there was hardly anything there. Definitely no lids. There were a couple of things of jars. They had a sign saying you were limited to how many you could buy,
Yeah.
And I mean, thankfully we're set because, well, I prepare. But if you're just getting into canning and food preservation, this could be horribly discouraging because you can't get your hands on the supplies.
Yeah.
So it'll come. It'll definitely come. You just, have to keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, we're every time I see, and I don't want to be that person. Oh, I see it in the shelves, I'm going to buy every single one there. I try to. I don't think it's good optics. But if I do see it, I'm gonna, even if I don't need it, because we have a lot of jars now in the laundry room area. They're stacking up, but I feel like if I see some, especially the pint-sized ones, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get 2 cases if I can, with some extra lids, and it's good. So. Let's see. The first responders are reusing N95s. Production really does need to ramp up. Yeah, I just don't get why. I don't know. Maybe it's saying too much, but I remember my grandparents talking about like World War II or whatever, that people ramped up on production on these kind of things to build battleships and all sorts of stuff. Like, dude, make some N95s. Like, you could be. Everyone wants them now. What's going on?
Right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Nope. I get it.
Because as preppers, we've been rocking the masks for a long time. I've had
Long
masks
time.
for my kids for over a decade,
Exactly.
and I don't, and I know that there's a lot of it's. I don't want to get into it too much as far as the mask kind of thing, but I'd rather have people having N95s than
Yes.
cloth masks. So,
Yeah.
if they want to wear a mask there. So
Right.
cool. Yeah, and I've been finding that my jars over at McClendon's in like those type of stores has been my place.
Mhm.
But grocery stores, man, it's always out. And,
Yeah. Oh yeah, you won't find them. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's asking if we're twins. Yeah, we are twins. Actually, we just found out about it. We did 23andMe. It said, "Hey, you two." It turns out you have a twin. It's a.
Oh my god. 23andMe.
Yeah.
in the back room before he actually went live, when he first turned it on so that he could see me, if he'd have been drinking coffee, it would have gone everywhere. It was.
You, oh man, because I was just coming from a work meeting, and then I come on. You had your camera off, and then you turned on. You had the hat, and for about 5 minutes I was. That was funny.
Great. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, Burmick Matthews. Yeah, we are twins. We just found out, and so we're part of the celebration then right now.
Yes.
Someone was asking about the shirt. I know we're hitting kind of that deadline here. Man, StreamYard is just hitting me all at once with these things. I lost my spot. Night, tobacco for barter. People talking about lids. I'm going to go tobacco for barter. I think that's good. It's good barter. They're becoming regular prices, all sizes, no limit. That's awesome. I need to go to Georgia to get mine.
You're in Georgia because I know Charlie is in Georgia and she has a real hard time finding them.
When the black market switches to N95s and canning supplies, you know we are living in a society.
That's right.
Wow, that's good, Jamie. That's a great one. So that's the one I was looking for. Carla, where do you get the shirt? I think I missed it. So, Carla, you just happen to notice that we have the Candalorian shirt on, which is the rave hit for 2021.
It is.
Everyone that sees it loves it. So I have I had like a prepper. I had a Preppers Gone Wild type of.
No.
I was like, she's going there. She's going there.
I can see the 22 calendar reveal.
Preppers Gone Wild.
I love it. You have got to do something with that. Yeah.
I'm gonna hashtag it really quick when we add it here. Preppers Gone Wild. I wonder what other would be some Preppers Gone Wild.
Oh my god! I see already the ideas are flying through my head.
It should be a new calendar, I think. Yeah, we have to get a calendar.
Oh yes.
Okay, so what was I talking about? The shirt. Oh,
no idea.
You were asking about the shirt. Where do I get that shirt from? Oh, I have a link in the description box. Go and get the Candalorian shirt over on Teespring. It's awesome. Everyone that sees it is gonna love it.
Oh my god!
And it comes in multiple colors and sizes. I like that you have like dark tones, so I don't like those bright colored t-shirts. But yeah, Carla, that's where you get it from. So go click on the link in the description box. So last time we someone's talking about 23andMe. Yeah, it's true story. They linked us up or way back when.
Didn't you know?
I'm always worried about like the DNA stuff that they're building. I was talking about it with someone earlier. I'm worried that they're building clones up of. Yeah. They're gonna have a Suttons Daze clone somewhere.
God, that poor person. Oh my god.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there was that one Ewan McGregor movie where he realized that he was a clone to some wealthy person that was like going to use his organs or something like that. Yeah. I forget the name of that movie.
In case anything happened, you are my backup plan. Yes.
Yeah. So fortunately, since we're twins, that we share the same DNA. So it's if you need any blood or anything like that. So. Yep.
Hey, Julie, it's good to see you.
Where's Julie? Yeah, see, you're so good at this. I feel like I should just we'll have like a couple before we wrap this up, have a Suttons Daze moment where I just click on stuff and you say the shout outs to the people I've missed. So.
Pole dancing Candalorians. Okay, Jamie. Okay.
Here we go. Pole dancing Candalorians.
Yep.
Someone says they're seeing a new T-shirt coming out. The Preppers Gone Wild shirt.
I can see it now. I truly can. Yes.
Someone. So Dennis, I may have just laughed so hard I peed myself.
Yes. Keeping it real.
That's a first. That's keeping it real. That's a first for the live stream. If you do pee yourself, make sure you keep a travel John. There are disposable. It's a portable urinal that you can have just for moments like this when you're watching one of our live streams.
And Alfie is giving you seed money for the Preppers Gone Wild DVD.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah, Preppers Gone Wild. If you guys want to get that going, start spreading. No wet t-shirt contest.
I would win. Okay, I'm just saying.
Oh boy, it's getting late. The giggles are starting. I'm going into this live stream. I didn't know we'd go there. We didn't. We went there. So
we did.
Yeah. The Island. That's what the movie is. Preparedness Guide. The Island. If you want to watch The Island and get scared about 23andMe, you could. Cool. Well, I think we've covered a lot of topics. We've covered Ugly Chicken. We've covered just general canning stuff. Am I missing anything here? Someone got here late. Julie, I got here late. The thumbnail was hilarious.
Yes.
I had so much fun, by the way, making this thumbnail.
I saw that. I laughed so hard. I'm like, that is epic right there.
Yeah, that's one of my better thumbnails.
Everything, yes.
Yeah. Let's see. The Invasion of Body Snatchers. We're going off the deep end now, folks. We're going there.
It didn't take long. It really didn't.
Yeah. Show the cute little faces on the knobs on the shirt.
Oh yeah. Yep. Right. You can tell the cat's been on it. Yep. So they're on.
There are some cute faces.
Chris Beto designed the shirt, and she did a fantastic job. So
yeah.
Yep.
Pepper's going wild. A whole different type of EDC track. Yes, it is. Yeah, we're getting a little silly there. Yeah, we are. Ugly Chicken Dance. If you have a tendency to pee, where did this live stream go? If you have a tendency to pee yourself, just put out some of those to the episode.
There you go. Find out how they are.
And what's next? Sexy hot canners.
There you go. Yes. Okay.
This is going south now. Yes, it is. Stop. My ribs can't take it. Okay. Stock up on Depends. Yeah, that's one thing you don't see in bug out bags enough is Depends. So
not in bug out bags, no. They are actually. I learned some valuable lessons in July with the passing of my mother, and so we literally have an entire kit put together for end of life kind of stuff, and it does include some of those things. So
yeah, sorry to hear about your mom. That's horrible. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. This is back to Preppers Gone Wild DVD. That's the winner. Thank you. The thumbnail. We talked about that. On your calendar, have different preppers on each page. How many people would love to see we'll have a Canadian prepper Gone Wild page. We'll have
okay, no, I'm sorry. You see, like Canadian prepper, and
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who else would be? I think Alaska Prepper. Alaska Prepper needs to be on there.
Yeah, definitely. City prepping. Definitely.
City prepping. I'd like to see on the Preppers Gone Wild.
Yep.
Maybe we could have a list. Maybe that could be if you guys are just watching this, or if you leave a comment in the comment section, if you're watching the rerun of this one, and let us know what we need. Who should be featured in the next annual. Jeez, the next calendar year of Prepping Gone Wild.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man, they're going by fast.
2022. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Angry prepper.
I would. Yes, he's got to be in there.
I would. Oh, geez.
Oh man,
Laura, you got me. You got me.
Oh gosh.
Okay. That would be awesome. I thought EDC meant something different than everyday canning.
Everyday canning. I love that.
Oh man, they're watching the rerun at the moment. Yeah, we're going south on this now. So
it happens.
We've been.
Oh, that's right. The naked gardening picture. Yeah.
Where's do we have that? Or
so every year there is a World Naked Gardening Day. And it's the first Saturday in May, which happens to be May 1st this year. And for the last couple of years, we have taken a picture of Phil on World Naked Gardening Day.
Awesome.
And so he's normally, he's normally naked with a wheelbarrow in front of him or some other gardening stuff. And it's normally cold here when we're taking these pictures. But a lot of our farmer neighbors are starting to get into it because I posted on Facebook and Instagram. And it's a lot of fun. World Naked Gardening Day. Everyone should get involved.
Yeah. Cool. And that's
you can do it.
Oh man, I'll keep on my keto diet and just eat canned meat for the next until May 1st. So you said it's May 1st, right?
May 1st. Yep.
Okay. Someone says Phil's been losing weight. He's prepping for it. That's
yep.
I think we went way off the left field. Yes, we did. Yes, I will buy a Prepping Gone Wild T-shirt.
There you go. You have
yeah, not sure I would do it naked. Okay. Angry Prepper. Reaction to Littlest Prepper next to him. New channel.
A new channel, the Naked.
The Naked.
That's great. That's great. Yep.
Canadian Prepper should be Mr. January. Prepper Princess. The list is endless.
There you go. Yeah.
Prepper Princess is coming on my live stream the first week of March. I'm going to have everyone. New York Defiant. Says you're a little late, New York. I see some copyright infringement. Yeah, it's the Prepper's Gone Wild. We have to figure out a variation of it where we can avoid that. So
yes.
So next, the next live stream we have Lady Liberty Preparedness is going to be coming on. We're going to be talking about family evacuation kits, which should be a lot of fun because oftentimes we make solo like lone wolf kits. We're going to just do a deep dive into making a kit for the whole family with the kids and everything. So stay tuned for that one. It's been, man, I really like these live streams. I know not everyone likes the live streams. So they go get your shine boxed up and make some more Altoids kits or something. But I like them because I love talking with everyone here in the chat room, and we would never get these kind of moments just if I was just a normal video. So
no, we would never. Prepper's Gone Wild, never. No. Yeah.
The swim set edition would.
Yes. Unleashed. There you go.
Yeah, this is funny. Everyone's looking forward to it. So yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. Well. I don't know. I think it's time to. I think we've been talking for a good while. I'm glad that we did this one. It was so fun. You have the best hat that anyone's ever had on this live stream before.
You are an inspiration. Yeah,
I'm glad that I have your shirt. You have my hat. We have this. We already have the same glasses. So the 23andMe is definitely put us together and as family. Love the live stream spontaneous and see more personality. Yeah. That's the fun part. Is like it's been important for me to. I've always wanted to be authentic and be real on the channel as far as like I don't want to put on like this big act, and so hopefully when people meet me it's the same way, and I imagine when they meet you it's the even better maybe. So, the Dakota Prepper got around. Thanks everyone for tuning on this one. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Everyone's I never thought we'd go into the, everyone's having a great time. This is fun.
Laughter is good.
Hashtag family. Okay, so if you like these kind of live streams, make sure you smash that like button over there, and also make sure that you subscribe to Suttons Daze channel. But before you subscribe, go over and pick up the Candalorian T-shirt. Everyone's going to love it. Trust me. Get two of them. This is the way. Yeah. This is the way. Grogu likes canned meat, so it works out great. Make sure you subscribe to Suttons Daze channel. Awesome videos all the time, and also just tune in on Monday Night Live. It's the place to be. And you watch how like a real professional live stream like interacting with the audience. I just watched there and just like, wow, how did she do that so it's really awesome. So this is fun. I think this weekend I'm gonna try to do some more canning. I'm gonna keep hoarding my cans and canned meat, and then I'm gonna start. I think, as you mentioned, what I learned from this one, I need to start slipping these in and integrating them into our normal cooking.
Yes.
Just so I don't have 50 cans of ground beef that I don't like.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember to brown up that ground beef.
Remember the what?
To brown up the ground beef.
Yep. That's what. Yeah. I was told to always do that. So, and anyway, so this has been a fun one for me. Thank you so much for doing it. And I feel like we need to have it. We need to talk about this at least multiple times a year. It seems like there's always new stuff. We have like this is our Q1 meeting with Suttons Daze, the Candalorian. Q2 we will be discussing the status report of where we're at with Prepper's Gone Wild and some other things that we've talked about.
I'll have to get you on Monday Night Live one time.
Oh, I'd love to be on there. That'd be a blast. I'd really like it. And Make sure if you guys share this particular video, make sure you use the hashtags #ugly chicken, hashtag get Phil a donkey, and you could do hashtag Preppers Gone Wild, I guess, and that'll get the movement going. So, all right, everyone. Well, thanks for watching this one. Tune in next week we have Lady Liberty Preparedness coming on. We're talking about family evacuation kits, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time.